Oh, it's hot coffee. Oh my god.
It's so good that it burns my tongue. It makes me feel alive.
So today, I guess technically today, is Godzilla Day. And you bring fuck. They finally released something that I'm very interested in. The new Godzilla Minus trailer. Which means I'm watching the Ferris Bueller Godzilla today, if it's Godzilla Day. Petey, I swear, when I meet you. But we had something very fun drop. A new Godzilla Minus trailer. It's a teaser. It's only a teaser. But my God. My God. My Godzilla. King Kong noises. Yeah. There's supposed to be a new Shin Godzilla too. Oh. Well, -1. Yep. Yep. That trailer fucked. He did not have me stumped. He also said he was wrong. For that. That -1 is a -0. Which means that it got warmer. So I guess that's my thing with this name. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. It's not Godzilla -1 anymore. It's Godzilla -0, which can either be a good thing or a bad thing. Godzilla -1 was the fact that they were below 0. They were at their lowest, and now they are at -1. So if they go up a degree, is it better, or is it more chaotic and more volatile because it means Godzilla's warm because radioactivity? And let's see. I don't know. I really don't know about all of this, just because we don't know where they're going to take the new Godzilla movie. We don't know where they're going to spin the new Godzilla movie. They could add a new monster. They could do some human drama. Apparently, from what I've read, it's going to be darker, and there's going to be CGI, miniatures, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of ways they could spin it. There's a lot of people that think that the female character from the first one is going to become a twisted Godzilla mutant, which is possible. I mean, that's a sick and twisted way of handling things. They could introduce a regular Toho monster and give them a -1 spin. It's kind of open-ended, because after -1, it was like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I don't know. And I guess that's part of the excitement. It reminds me of like the Final Fantasy remake trilogy, where, well, at least with the remake trilogy, we kind of know where the story kind of goes, and we kind of know where this goes too, because honestly, -1 does kind of follow the same veins as the original 1954 movie. But they gave enough different things to make it a whole new ball field, where it's going to be, where are you taking this? What are you spinning? What are you twisting? What are you making in your own image? I guess that's the matter of the fact. They're taking the remake trilogy, and they're spinning it in their own ways to make it their own, and make it refreshing, and make it new, but make it different. They're going to throw some speedballs and some curveballs in the next game, right? So I imagine they're going to do the same thing here. We really don't know where it's going, what's going to happen, but that does make it very exciting. And because of the fact that Godzilla -1 was essentially a cinematic masterpiece, I'll say the same thing for Shin Gojira. Shin Gojira is one of my favorite movies I watch in general. I'm curious about the fact where they're going to take it. I'm curious about the fact how they're going to branch off, what they're going to introduce, what they're going to play with. They have so many interesting elements for this sequel, and they're coming at it with such a cinematic approach. They're not rushing it with any kind of carefree, illy willy-nilly kind of mentality. They're taking each new movie like its own piece of art. They want to present it as that. I appreciate that. It's all thoughtful, and that's what Japanese Godzilla should be at this point. Because right now, American Godzilla, legendary Godzilla, has all of that shit locked down in terms of silly Showa era bullshit. And I'm okay with that. Let legendary, they tried almost like a serious 2014. It was almost like Godzilla 98, but better in its own way. They tried that. They did the Heisei essential tribute film, which was King. I love that film, but some people were very hit or miss on it. Then they did Godzilla vs. Kong, and then they did Godzilla X Kong, which were a step in a very serious at points, but very silly at other times. Showa era, 1970s, big monster bash bullshit with a budget. And you know what? Sign me up, because that means I have Godzilla swinging a little Kong as a weapon. I have Godzilla doing brainbusters. I have Godzilla doing zero gravity dropkicks, and I'm so okay with it. Let Japanese Godzilla be the cinematic art house films that Shin Gojira and Minus One were. I have high hopes for Minus Zero. I'm excited for Minus Zero. Let's see where they spin it, and let me know what you all think about what that is going to be. Your theories, the things you love, the things you hated, things you want changed. Lay it on me. We are slowly but surely growing every single stream. Every single time I look into this camera and I say, I love you, I thank you. Please follow me. Please subscribe to me. Let's grow this motherfucker so that way I am not beholden to pro wrestling and I can just entertain you on any terms that I want. Let's grow beyond the capacity for just independent wrestling, and let's make AKIRA, let's make Koda, let's make Dio an undeniable, irresistible force in the terms of the entertainment sphere.